Make sure to check out my channel for more videos just like this. Alright, and here we are at Legoland, Florida. Let's check it out. What is going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Bucket List, and today I'm doing a different type of review. This is going to be a full review of Legoland in Florida, but also it's going to be kind of a review of how this park is going as a single adult without children. And more importantly, will you enjoy it? Let's check it out. Now, when I first did my research as far as coming to this park, one thing that I kept reading over and over again in the reviews was basically this park was really clean. And it's true. The park was extremely immaculate. I mean, it literally no trash whatsoever. It was just a really nice layout. But my biggest concern was the park actually big or was it small? I mean, how is this park going to kind of size up compared to the different parks I've been to over the years? And to my surprise, even though this was a kid theme park, it was huge. It was really spread out and just really well done. Now, like most theme parks, this park itself, of course, had different lands or different portions, and each different portion had its own like little theme to it. Like I said, that was actually really cool. And then it also had something that really surprised me, which I read about, but it was still really nice to see. It had something called Cypress Gardens, and if you know anything about Florida, Cypress Gardens was the first official amusement park in the state of Florida. And so the whole Cypress Gardens was not there, but it does have kind of the history, so the botanical gardens portion of it, and some of the history left over of it. So definitely, I mean, if you're someone that's a history buff, or just wants to see the real old Florida, at least make your visit to Legoland, Florida. Just check out this one portion because it was so nice. And when you're literally back there, it feels like you're in the entire other world. I mean, it's so quiet, it's so beautiful. I'll kind of, if I can, put some clips in the video of just the natural ambience so you all can kind of hear it and see it for yourself. Check it out. Alright people, so it's your boy Mr. Bucket List out here in the rain, but I just want to give you all this beautiful view of Cypress Gardens. I mean, just look at that. Wow. So yes, all that beautiful nature and just, I don't know how to explain it, but that literally is connected to a theme park that is aimed for kids. It's just kind of mind-blowing when you think something like that is a part of Legoland. Alright, now as far as the ride, so this is something, like I said, I want to kind of go back to my original reason why I'm making this a double video. Is the ride something thrilling that's just going to knock your socks off for adults? Heck no. I mean, like I said, this is literally going to be a theme park that is catered towards kids. And I mean, when I say kids, anywhere between, like, well, I wouldn't say infants, but small little toddlers up to maybe mid 12, 13, maybe 14-year-olds. That's literally the maximum amount. And so there's not going to be any rides that's going to go upside down or any rides that's going to just freak you out. At least someone like myself that's a huge thrill seeker. Now, with that said, Legoland still does have some really good actual roller coasters and just rides in general. For example, this right here is the wooden roller coaster. This is one of the only wooden roller coasters left in Central Florida itself. And like I said, it's actually, even though it slows down like midway and keeps speeding up and slowing down, it still was a really good time. So, I mean, like I said, you have a lot of different varied rides at Legoland, but they're kind of aimed towards kids. So you got to kind of remember that if you're coming as a solo person or just as adults without kids. Now, what I will say is if you're someone that's scared of rides but want to kind of still have some type of fun, this park would actually be perfect for you because, like I said, this is geared towards family and so basically adults and their kids riding stuff together and all having a good time. Now, like I said, I really don't have to need to repeat myself, but as far as if you are a family and you want to bring your kids, I can just tell you right now without finishing the review, this place is perfect for someone that really wants to have kind of the baby's first theme park or kids' first theme park to get kids used to going to theme parks, because this is going to have everything they want to kind of see and do without being terrified of actually going on the rides. And then another thing as well, I mean, the rides are really varied. I mean, they're really, really nice. I mean, you're gonna have your 3D screen rides, you're gonna have your roller coasters, you're gonna have your water rides. It's just a good variety. So like I said, to get kids and just anybody in general just kind of accustomed to actually riding stuff at theme parks. So like I said, it was really cool. There was actually this one roller coaster, and I'm so mad because I met a little mini Karen, and she was like, out of all the rides I could record on, I literally record on all the rides at the theme park beside this one ride. She was like, you can't bring that on here. Everyone else was looking at her like she was crazy because they could care less, but she made me basically not take my GoPro on the ride. But it had this really steep hill, and I was just like, wow. I mean, for a kid's ride, it was huge. So I did get some recording off the ride, but on the ride, I was actually really surprised as well. Now, as far as the food, the entertainment, and things to see, again, this is just going to be something I'm going to kind of lump together as one. You got to realize that this is going to be a part that's aimed towards kids, so it's not going to be something that's just so amazing for someone like yourself, like me and yourself as adults. But for kids, like I said, I think they would really enjoy it. This park, again, has a really good layout, so you're going to have like stage shows, you're going to have water shows, you're going to have 40s type shows, and then you're going to have just different things to see, like little theaters and stuff. So like I said, it's really, really cool. It's a really good layout, and it's really spread out. Another thing is they always have different shows going on at different times. So if you miss it at one time period, you can come back at another time while you're watching something else. So like I said, the system that they have is actually really good for a theme park of this size and for a theme park that has this type of audience. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. Now, as far as the food itself, I mean, personally, I'll be honest with you all, I didn't try it out because during the COVID time, a lot of the stuff was closed down, or you can only basically get it to go, and then you had to go sit out in the sun somewhere. So I set a big pass on it, but apparently they have a really good pizza buffet. So if I can, I'll go ahead and try to slide into this video. And they have some other different places that people apparently really enjoy. But like I said, for me personally, I didn't necessarily check it out myself. Now, one thing I did check out myself, and I do want to make sure that if you all go, to definitely check this place out. Not to mention, I did go ahead and do a full video of this, so if you all want to check this out after you watch this video, I'll leave some links in the description below and maybe put a card up on the top. But Legoland has this type of little area that's called Miniland USA, and what it basically is all the different like major cities around the world, and mainly in the United States of America. They have these different type of they have these different types of like miniaturized versions of it made out of Legos. And so it was just really, really cool to see, because especially for someone that's from Florida, because they literally have all the major cities in Florida made out of Legos. So it was just really, really cool to see like different landmarks and things like that. And it was a huge collection. I was extremely surprised. So like I said, for me, someone like myself who as a kid, I did enjoy Legos. If you're an adult who kind of builds Legos on their own, I don't build Legos anymore, but like I said, as a kid, I did enjoy it. But if you're an adult that builds Legos or just has any type of interest in Legos any time in your life, this is definitely something to see, because it was really, really cool. And it also kind of reminded me of what I went to previously, and I'll maybe do a little short clip of it. But it was a Lego museum that came to Tampa, and it was for a limited time. The guy stopped doing it, but it was called the Art of the Brick, and the guy literally made like just masterpieces out of Legos. And so it kind of reminded me of that, but it was just on a different scale, because the guy, he made life-size figures of things. What this was miniaturized versions of stuff, so it was on a different scale, but it had the similar makeup. So it was really, really cool. So like I said, if you all get a chance, go ahead and watch that video to check it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and summarize and rate this thing on up. So as far as my summary itself, I would definitely say I had a great time. Ironically, I ended up getting a season pass, because if you look at the prices, and if you buy a one-day pass that included the water park along with the parking, it literally would cost the same amount as it would to have a season pass where you can come basically any day out the year, including the water park and including free parking. So I'm like, might as well just go ahead and buy it. So it was $130, $39 altogether. For me, it was a good deal, because like I said, I can come back, I can definitely go back and enjoy Cypress Gardens. That, I honestly would say, if you're an adult and you really want to know about Florida history, or if you're from Florida and never been there, a ticket alone is worth walking through that, because it's just such an amazing feeling to be back there, and it's such a beautiful place. So again, let me kind of go back to answer my question that I originally asked, well, kind of put out there. Is it worth going as a solo adult or is it just adults in general? I would say yes. Like I said, it's just, yes, I was getting weird looks from some of the rides when I was kind of waiting in line with people. When people realized I was the only person because of social distancing, you can kind of tell who is with each family member and stuff like that, or who's by themselves. So I did get those weird looks, but after a while, I just stopped caring. I'm like, look, this park is literally empty. I'm walking on all the rides. It's a new experience for me. The rides were actually, they weren't thrilling, but they were still a really good time. So like I said, for me, it literally was one of the best experiences I've had at a theme park in quite a good while. And so, I mean, I don't know if it's because of COVID-19. I don't know if it's because it was a new experience. I don't know if it's just because I was just feeling to do something different. I don't know what it was, but it was just a really, really good time. Yes, it did rain, but ironically, I was actually on a roller coaster while it raining, and they just didn't care. They let us still just ride. So, like I said, I would say for you all to at least go one time and just go ahead and buy the season pass because it'll give you that option to go back. Now, as far as my rating itself, I would say this is definitely a must-do. Like I said, Cypress Garden alone makes it a must-do. And then just being a different park in Florida, just to try something different than Universal and Disney. If you've done all those parks and you, like myself, you're literally just out to do different things, come to this park, have a good time. If you have kids, this is definitely, I mean, this is more than the must-do. This is a requirement as an adult because kids would love something like this, and the kids that were there, they were having a great time. So I hope you all enjoyed my video. Again, this is Mr. Bucket List. Definitely check out some other videos I have in the description. I'll go ahead and put some cards and stuff around so you all can check those videos out. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Peace out. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please check out my channel for more videos just like this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.